Any TV relationship should make us smile, laugh, and feel a range of emotions, and these are the greatest couples from the sitcom genre. While most comedies have at least a few romances, it's rare for a sitcom pairing not to rely on clichés, stereotypes, or the same old storylines, time and time again. From memorable 1990s sitcom couples to characters from more recent shows, these are some of the most captivating love stories on TV. Although many of these couples have some flaws or don't get along as well as others, they're all fairly perfect for each other, and it's meaningful seeing their entire journey. Katie and Greg, American Housewife. The main couple on the underrated sitcom American Housewife doesn't get much love in pop culture discussions, which is a shame considering their fascinating dynamic. Confident and bold Katie Mixon, and smart, nervous Greg Otto, Diedrich Bader, switch up the stereotypical and offensive unhappily married couple sitcom trope. They're two fully formed people who truly love each other, and while they get overshadowed by others, they have a healthy relationship. Chidi and Eleanor, The Good Place. Chidi Anagani, William Jackson Harper, and Eleanor Shellstrop, Kristen Bell, have an epic romance on The Good Place that is unlike a regular sitcom love story, which is what makes it so special. Philosophical Chidi and rebellious Eleanor are so much fun to watch because you never know what new twist will be introduced. While other pairs have become more iconic parts of pop culture, it's still special seeing their bond. Nick and Jess, New Girl. Nick Miller, Jake Johnson, and Jess Day, Zooey Deschanel, have a classic will they, won't they TV romance. They're also friends first, which is relatable and refreshing. But, since their immaturity and miscommunication can be frustrating, they're not as solid as some sitcom love stories both before and after. Bernadette and Howard, The Big Bang Theory. From their intelligent personalities to their love for their close friend group, Bernadette Rostenkowski, Melissa Rauch, and Howard Wolowitz, Simon Helberg, have a mostly great relationship. Since you love their nerdy approaches to life, you want them to work out, which makes their storylines exciting. However, Howard's closeness to his mother is overwhelming, and while it might be played for laughs, it ultimately makes him and Bernadette a weaker and more frustrating couple than they could be. Amy and Jake, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The classic saying, opposites attract, is the best way to describe studious Amy Santiago, Melissa Fumero, and casual goofball Jake Peralta, Andy Samberg, on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Since Amy motivates Jake to try harder, and he helps her see the joy and fun of everyday life, they're a good match. It's also fun to see their relationship evolve from co-workers to friends to a married couple. But, unfortunately, their wedding day is full of too many obstacles, which makes them a bit of a sitcom cliché. Jesse and Becky, Full House. Whether they're happily living in a house packed with nosy family members or adjusting to being parents of twins, Becky, Lori Loughlin, and Jesse, John Stamos, are a great example of a couple who can get through any ups and downs. They want each other to be themselves and explore their career paths, but agree that family is the most important thing to both of them. While they're not quite as interesting as some other sitcom couples we've watched since, we'll always appreciate their bond. Jane and Brad, Happy Endings. In contrast to most sitcom marriages that involve gender stereotypes and negativity, Jane Kirkovich, Eliza Coupe, and Brad Williams, Damon Wayans Jr., have a beautiful bond, and feel like a genuine, authentic couple. They know how to have serious talks without devolving into immaturity, and every time they have a disagreement, Happy Endings shows us a realistic portrayal of what it's like to love someone but feel frustrated by them. Sadly, though, Jane and Brad don't get enough pop culture love since Happy Endings is a 2010 sitcom that flew under the radar. Mike and Phoebe, Friends. Although not the most beloved Friends couple, or even the second best, Mike Hannigan, Paul Rudd, and Phoebe Buffay, Lisa Kudrow, deserve some praise for their compassionate relationship. When Phoebe chooses Mike instead of David, Hank Azaria, it's easy to agree that Mike is the right one because he loves Phoebe's offbeat sensibility. Frank and Estelle Seinfeld. On a lesser show, Frank, Jerry Stiller, and Estelle Costanza, Estelle Harris, would be a typical bickering married sitcom couple. Thanks to the clever storytelling on Seinfeld, they're always hilarious, thanks to Frank's stubbornness and Estelle's constant anger at George's, Jason Alexander, mistakes. When compared to other pairs, though, the pair doesn't seem particularly in love. Corey and Topanga, Boy Meets World. For many of us, Corey, Ben Savage, and Topanga Lawrence, Danielle Fishel, are a memorable, sweet, and nostalgic couple we grew up watching. It's moving to see them grow up together while dealing with friendship problems and school stress. However, since the Boy Meets World characters can be immature, that makes them less compelling than some other pairs. CECE and Schmidt, New Girl. A more endearing couple than Nick and Jess since you don't expect them to get together. CECE Parek, Hannah Simone, and Schmidt, Max Greenfield, are a joy to watch. The main issue with their relationship is the number of sitcom cliches, from hiding their love to being unsure about marriage. Still, they feel right for each other, and watching them as parents to their daughter, Ruth, Danielle Rockoff and Rhiannon Rockoff, is heartwarming. Ben and Leslie Parks and Recreation. From first date to parenthood, this popular Parks and Recreation couple goes on a long, emotional journey, and we love every second of it. Ben Wyatt, Adam Scott, and Leslie Knope, Amy Poehler, are a perfect pair, and the best part about their romance is how much Ben loves Leslie's enthusiasm about her career. Ben and Leslie stand out from so many sitcom couples where one partner is a stay-at-home parent or housewife, and it's refreshing to see them move forward with mutual respect and understanding. They're not the best Parks and Rec couple, however. Laura and Steve family matters. The bond between Laura Winslow, Kelly Shaneen Williams, and Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, takes a while to form, and it's thrilling to watch their love story unfold because we know that Steve has so many great qualities. But since it's tough to keep watching Steve wish Laura would pay attention to him, it would have been more compelling if they had started dating earlier than they do. Andy and April Parks and Recreation. While we enjoy watching Ben and Leslie's feelings for each other bloom into a genuine connection, there's no denying that Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt, and April Ludgate, Aubrey Plaza, are the real romantic stars of Parks and Recreation. Since they're somewhat silly and immature, it's satisfying seeing them commit to each other. It's also great that they always want each other to be happy with their career paths. The only wrong note in their relationship arc? April isn't sure about becoming a mother, and her choice to get pregnant doesn't feel entirely right for her. Chandler and Monica friends. Whether hiding their romance or getting married and beginning the challenging but satisfying journey of parenthood, Chandler Bing, Matthew Perry, and Monica Geller, Courtney Cox, are charming and heartwarming.